What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Q&A. Let's get it. But before I get into it, some questions that you guys commented did kind of like share the same concept. So I made sure that I at least answered one of your guys' questions, just so I can shout you guys out. Also, I apologize if I mispronounce any of your guys' names. Now I know what a substitute teacher feels like.
By the way, brace yourself because this is a very long one. So grab some popcorn, grab your favorite drink, your favorite vodka if you're over 21, and let's get this show on the road. All right, I'm recording this on a different day and a different spot because I broke the adapter to my mic. I was going to use my mic, and in the meantime of doing that, I broke my mic. Let's just get straight into these questions. Lai Nizon asks, what do you want your music to do? It's a very good question. What I want my music to do is just to help others be seen. I really don't want anyone to feel alone, and so that's why I use like all my emotions, because I know like I'm not alone in this. I know that there's a lot of people out there who are struggling, and I want it to be known that you're not alone and that I feel the exact same way. Did music help you out at any point? I would say for sure that it helped me out. I made a video about this earlier in my channel. In the video, I talked about my lowest point. Honestly, like every single low point in my life, I used music in a way to showcase my pain and like what I'm going through, and it's helped me immensely because I've struggled to share my emotions outside of music, and so if I didn't have music, I'd literally hold in a lot of stuff that like needed to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been through like tough places, and I'm so grateful for music that and like this art, because it helps me express that pain in a way that it can also be relatable to others, people who can't really express that. I hope that just listening to that stuff really makes you feel heard and, again, not alone.
Quick shout out to Otter Girl for this next question.
Has anyone helped you out in your music journey? I don't know why I said it said it so weird. Anyways, yeah, I would say that my family have been really supportive. I remember telling them I did music, and as soon as I told them, they were like shocked, but like in a good way. And I soon regretted it later because I'm kind of shy about my music, but no, but they've been like super supportive about it. I would say the support alone helped me out. And if they weren't so supportive, who knows if I would have continued. But yeah, I would say my family was like a big part of me continuing to do this. Elijah asks, what is your goal? It's very simple. It's just to make a career out of music. I'd love to be just free to make music and have that be enough. I just really hope that one day I can just make music and pay the bills, you know what I'm saying? Other goals I have though is probably just grow this channel too, grow my Spotify, attract more people to my music. Like I said previously, people are looking for relatable music, so I just hope that I can reach out to more people out there in the world who want to be seen. When did you start making music? So I'm 21 now, and I remember making music when I was like a freshman in high school. I think it's been like 6 years since I started making music. 5 years since I've started this channel. Ever since I got into making music, I pretty much just never stopped. Occasionally I would stop because I would just get tired of posting my music and no one saying anything about it, but I still kept on pushing, and well, now I'm here. Do you have a favorite season or holiday? Yes and yes. For the season, I really like fall just because I love the weather during that time. It's like cool, and it's not too cold and it's not too hot. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very at like the medium place where I just really love. I also love the colors of the trees. I'm a nature guy, so it's like I like take pictures if I see like a beautiful tree. It's very nostalgic for me too. The fall time, like, because I remember as a kid I used to like pick apples from trees at like field trips when I was like in elementary school. I remember going to a field trip and just picking out apples, and I think I remember picking out a pumpkin too. So it's just like very nostalgic for me. I freaking love the fall. Plus pumpkin spice stuff is out there too. Like you can't say no to a pumpkin spice latte. Like that's just man, that's the vibe. My favorite holiday though is not Halloween, it's Christmas. I love Christmas for the reason of nostalgia. Like if I were to hear a Christmas song, like it like really throw me back to my childhood again. The songs, I don't know how they do it, but it's just like heaven in my ears, man. It's just a great time to live in, honestly. And do I prefer hot and sunny days or cold and rainy days? That's a good question. I would prefer. Ah, dang. Actually, see, I was gonna go for a cold and rainy day just because of the vibes. Like, I even made a song about it, walking in the rain. But I do like sunny and hot days. Well, not so hot where it's like it's unbearable. Like right now, it's like 90 degrees, and it's like I hate that. I do like to walk outside when it's like sunny and not too hot. Like if it was warm, I'd definitely pick that. But sunny and hot days, I can't do it. I'd probably prefer rainy and cold days, but I do like to walk, so it's kind of easier to walk when it's like sunny than to just be drenched in rain. Yeah, my answer is gonna have to be rainy and cold. Whip Bricks asks, as someone who wants to make music, how do you get your music to sound like that and have that vibe? My answer is just practice, because I didn't start sounding like that. It took me a while to find my sound. It's kind of now just clicking. So I would just say it takes practice. But if you're talking about like mixing wise, I do use like a lot of distortion in my vocals. So maybe that'll help out a little bit. Just use that and then hop on any like indie beat and you'll probably sound close to what I sound like. So I'm gonna answer 3 questions from Stella, but I'm also gonna combine a question with Sketchy Lulz, who also asks, who is your biggest inspiration? And a lot of people I've seen ask that question in the comments, and this is gonna be pretty rough. Well, let me just start by this. When I was just starting out making music, I was making rap music. And during that time, I was listening to an artist named Nav. I just really liked his music back then. I was like one of his biggest fans. Like I would like play his music nonstop. But yeah, he was like a huge inspiration. That's what really got me into that genre at first. Converting more into indie, the person who inspired me the most was David. And like I said, it's hard to talk about because of the crime he did. It's super rough, man. Like he was genuinely like my favorite artist. As soon as he released an album, like I would listen to it immediately. I'd follow him on every social media platform. He was just a huge inspiration to me. Even like his personality, like I just wanted to become something like him. I was just astonished of how good he could sing and make music. Until he did the thing he did, and now I don't really have a favorite artist now, so that I could say, you know, like I listen to his songs when it immediately comes out, you know, like I can't really say that. So it's a bummer. It's a bummer. I've been wanting to talk about this too because like he actually influenced my life and like or impacted my life in like such a big way. But yeah, it sucks. It sucks. And now 2 more questions from Stella. What is your most favorite and least favorite song you have made? So I would say my favorite song that I've made is Weekends Alone. I really like the vibe to that song. I've always liked listening to music like that. And my least favorite is probably gonna be I would say my least favorite song that I made was any like if you scroll down to my discography, how do you even say that word? Dude, I need to read more. I'd probably say like most of my R&B stuff. Yeah, I would say the beginning of my tracks. I don't really like anymore. So, what made me get into music in the first place? My wanting to create is pretty much what made me start music, I would say. You guys have no idea like what I've done like before I made music, but I've done a lot as a kid. Like I've always had that creative mind. I've made like countless YouTube channels of just vlogs. I used to do stuff like stop motion. I used to have action figures that I would like make movies. If you look up stop motion, you probably see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I used to be like super creative as a kid. Creativity is pretty much all I had. I was like home a lot, so I would like use that time to make something. Yeah, I would say like just like my creative part in my brain is what made me start this. Extrovert asks, if I had the chance, would I do a mini or a concert? Mini, I'm thinking you meant like one of those like house concerts, you know, like how it's like small. Yes, yes, I would honestly want to do a concert and just like meet y'all and just like vibe out to my music with y'all. And speaking of concerts, I actually went to my very first concert ever. I actually posted it on my TikTok story. I went to an Ivory concert in New York, and it was my first time ever going to like some place like that. I really liked it towards the end of it. My legs were like absolutely fried though because like I was standing for like hours on end. Yeah, concerts are cool. Like I would love to host a concert or like a tour or anything like that. Will I ever drop merch? Of course, like I do want to drop merch. I'm kind of just figuring out things before I drop my first clothing, but ultimately yes, I will be dropping merch. Zeb1947 asks, is there any underground artists you would like to collab with? And my answer is, of course. I would love to collab with well-known underground artists like Over Tonight, Sorrow, Booney, I think that's how you pronounce his name. People like that. I would love to do it, especially because we make similar music, and so I think our styles would like fit really good together. Sammy asks, I hope I said your name right. Who is your favorite band / artist? Now, I would say my answer would be the Marias. I love her music. Anytime I hear that on the radio or just anytime I hear it, I just have to listen to it. Vacations, that's another band that I really love. The music is just super nostalgic. Surf Curse is another one. Yeah, those kind of bands. Do you like the horror movie It? When I saw this question, I got like super hyped because like it's such a unique question. Yes, I watched the horror movie It. I watched the second, chapter 2, and I watched It Welcome to Derry. Like that show was like absolutely amazing. The storytelling in that show was just amazing. I loved waiting each episode, waiting to see like what happens next, because like sometimes they would leave to like a huge cliffhanger, and I love the franchise. That show specifically was just amazing to watch. What is your favorite show? The Office. If y'all know The Office, y'all know Game, you know what I'm saying? I just love those type of shows. I also love Parks and Recreation, those type of shows. I really love because they're just so rewatchable. I think I watched that show like 8 times already. Raquel asks, what is your biggest dream? So I had to shorten that. My biggest dream is pretty much to make it as a music artist, be well known, go on stage, pretty much a typical artist's dream. If you make success, do you plan on doing a tour one day? Like the question says, like once I make, success, I'm just waiting on the numbers to be big enough where I feel comfortable hosting a tour. I don't want to host a tour right now and then just have like 2 people show up, which is probably not going to be the case if I actually were to host a tour right now, but I'm just going to play it safe. Are your songs themes based on your own experiences? Very good question. Yes, I would say most of my songs are experiences I've gone through in my life. The only thing I would say like not so much would be like some of the love songs I created, just because I never like fell in love with somebody or something like that. Like I said previously, I do like create like bad times in my life, and I just create it into art. And so that's most of my songs, is just like my experiences. Palm 1115 asks, what is your favorite songs? I said that my favorite artists right now are the Marias, so I like No One Noticed from them. From the top of my head, Freaks is another song. Don't really have any standouts, just like I really like to listen to indie music in general. What shows are you currently watching? I just now finished the whole series of The Boys, and also Invincible. Also, I'm like a huge comic geek. I did watch Daredevil, Born Again. Do I have any favorite characters? I would say from those shows, I would tell you from Invincible, Omni-Man. I really like his story arc. Zuko from Avatar. That's also a show I like. Oakley plus Purple. I feel like I just really butchered that name. I'm sorry. What's keeping me going? You guys are a huge part on what's keeping me going. Just seeing a lot of you guys' support in a world where it's like nothing's really going right, especially if you're living in the US. I'm very grateful that I at least have you guys and my family to push me to do better. Ava asks, What do I like most about making music? Just being able to express myself. I would say I'm very introverted, so I don't really get the opportunity to share how I feel. And so I've always been using music in a way to really showcase what I feel inside and what I feel in my heart. Those type of emotions, I can just express that out and just like have that weight lifted off my shoulders. So we got two people asking the same question. Sourbugs and Nil Off Tech ask, what is my favorite instrument? I absolutely love the sound of the guitar. Like just hearing a guitar brings that rock kind of energy that I just love so much. Plus, you don't even need anything else. All you need pretty much is a guitar and you're set. So I don't know how to pronounce this person's name, but they ask, do I have a favorite game? It's Batman Arkham Origins. Well, that is tied with Batman Arkham Knight. I played those games a lot before I stopped playing them. I haven't played them in a while, but the Batman Arkham trilogy have been like a huge part of my childhood. But right now I don't play too much games, but I do play FIFA now because I'm also into soccer. So, and if you're wondering, my favorite team is Manchester United. Little Miss Detective Writer asks, is making songs my love language? Yeah, I guess because like I don't express myself too much, so the chances I get, I use music to do it. So I would say yeah. I guess depending on what love means in like the context, I would say in general, feelings and emotions and all that stuff do go into my songs. So yeah. Did I want to become an artist as a kid? No. No, like music was very like later in my life. Before then, like music was just something I listened to. Like I wasn't even crazy for music. I just listened to whoever was the biggest artist, like Drake or any like rapper. I just put it immediately to my playlist. I didn't even know if I liked them or if I didn't like them. I just since they were popular, I just put in my playlist and just left it. I guess like as a kid, I did want to be something creative because you know I just have a like such a creative brain where I knew I wanted to do something that wasn't your typical norm. Do I like Super Mario Bros? Freaking yeah, I do. I even have a picture of my younger self like holding a box of Mario minifigs. Dreamcore asks, do I have other things I like doing? Yes, but I'm a very boring guy if you remove music. The things I could say is I really like watching like movies and shows that are like Marvel and DC. I also do like lifting. I do like going to the gym. I would say like those two are like huge in my life other than making music. Toplit MM2 asks, what made me want to do this genre? Like I said previously, my inspiration was David. Listening to his music kind of like converted me into that rock genre, I would say. And also like Andrew Gordon, I think that's his name. Those two honestly had like a huge impact. And I would say that's what got me into indie. And also because indie is literally like my personality. Phoenix Time asks if there is a song that I resonate the most with. I don't know if you meant for my songs or for songs in general, like from other artists. So I'm just gonna answer if I have a song that resonates the most with, and then another artist's song. Emotionally is Walking in the Rain, because the way the song is made is like I have like a very soft voice, and I feel like that just kind of like reflects my personality like the most. And my other songs, like you know, I use my vocals more, especially for I Want to Do Nothing. I wouldn't say like I'm screaming at the mic, but there's a lot of softness to Walking in the Rain that I really like, and plus the lyrics too, I resonate a lot with. It's about hard times and just like having that place where you know you get to feel that pain and emotion, just like walking in the rain. You know, like instead of like walking somewhere sunny and happy, you have Walking in the Rain where it's like kind of sad and gloomy. And if it were to be someone else's song, I'd say it would be No One Noticed. I mentioned the Maria song, No One Noticed, just cause it's a little too personal, but there was someone in my life that I could like relate to that song, and so I don't really want to explain more. Alien asks, did I have anyone help me up to this point? And I do want to mention that Alien asked like 5 questions and I had to shorten it to just one. Other than my family, I did have a lot of artists too that pushed me to continue to do music. Other artists I collabed with, I'm talking too fast and my brain can't keep up. In my early days of making music was a lot of fun and helped me like making music even more, I would say. Yeah, I love Potato asks, sorry if I butcher your name, what song am I most proud about? I Want to Do Nothing, just because it's kind of like my most popular song. But like other songs, maybe like Weekends Alone, just because I liked the process of making that song. Fun fact, I was sick making that song. You can hear it in my voice, but I was like congested a little bit. What is my next goal? I didn't even shout out the name. This is the person who asked that. But what is my next goal is just to keep growing. That's why I'm uploading shorts every day so that I can reach out to more audiences. And hopefully one day I get to a point where I know that I made it. Picking Clover's asks, are you okay with people using your songs for edits? Yes, I'm okay with that. Honestly, every time like I see someone ask like if it's okay to use my song in edits, I'm just like, of course it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sue you for using my song. I welcome it because like you're like helping me expand to more audiences. But I do want to mention though that if you're gonna use my songs for like longer videos on YouTube especially, there might be like a little copyright issue. For shorts, I don't think you get copyrighted, but for longer videos just like this one, you will get copyrighted. Someone asks, does the cats in your videos mean anything to you at all? I love animals in general. I don't have a cat. In fact, I have a dog. I just love cats and every single animal. I noticed that like cats really fit well with like the music I make and then underground music in general. So thank you, cats. DHI asks, where do I get my ideas from? My life experiences, things I've seen in my life. When like I make a song, I pretty much just mumble a bunch of words until it forms into a theme, and most of the time it just comes out to what I have inside. It's not funny, guys. Ask, what do I do in my free time? I pretty much answered this already, but besides lifting and watching movies and all that stuff, I'm trying to get into like running. I also love eating any like Mexican food because I'm Mexican. Oh wait, that's the wrong side. Cause I'm Mexican. And yeah, like I said, I'm pretty boring. Before I get to that last question, if you haven't already, and if you're new here, subscribe and also leave a like on the video. It helps push my videos to the algorithm. Yeah, let's get to the last question. Blue Dragon asks, would you commission someone to animate one of your songs? Not yet. My pockets aren't really fat right now, so I can't really be spending like that, but I would love to have like someone animate one of my songs, like a whole like a visual kind of thing. Hopefully soon though. This is actually the last question. I forgot to answer this, but this is coming from Steph asking how many instruments do I play? 2, 3. Oh yeah, I play 0. Yeah, I don't play any instruments unless you count instruments from like elementary school, like the recorder. The only instrument I really play is my vocal cords. That's the only instrument I play. I would love to play a guitar, which you know is on my bucket list, but yeah, I don't play any guitars, but I would like to. You guys reached, whoever sticked around to the end of the video, you've reached the end. Thank you guys for the engagement that you guys been sharing on my shorts. I feel like YouTube has been like the most I felt involving community. You know, just seeing a lot of familiar faces is really nice. Anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping, but I appreciate you guys sticking around towards the end, and have a blessed rest of your day. I don't know whenever you're watching this, have a blessed rest of your night, and I'll catch you guys on my next video, which I have no idea what that will be, but we'll see, man. We'll see.